Here's something I want you to think about. Every great cook you've seen on TV has at least about 5 years worth of training. They went to culinary school. They can break down a whole pig. They can make a beef Wellington with their eyes closed. And most of what they make, you're never going to make at home. I'm the other guy. And I think right now, you need the other guy. So let me tell you how this whole thing started. Years and years ago, before you could walk into any store and just buy a Vitamix off the shelf, you had to watch it at a demonstration, like a trade show, a shopping center, a Costco. And there I would be, demonstrating the Vitamix, soups, smoothies, ice creams, hundreds and hundreds of times per day. And every time after the demonstrations or after people would buy the machine, they'd come up to me and ask me these questions. Is it actually as easy as you make it look? What am I gonna make with this thing at home? And is it hard to do any of this stuff? And then I realized that no one was actually answering this question. Well, not in a way that felt like a real person talking to another real person. So I started this channel, Brian's Kitchen. Just me, just my kitchen, just the food that I genuinely love. And I wanna show you how. Now, and this is important, I don't just do Vitamix stuff. Because here's the thing, I love all food. I love tacos, I love burgers, I love steak, I love barbecue. If it tastes incredible, I want to make it and I want to show you how to make it. But it's always going to be simple. Nothing complicated, nothing that would have taken you 5 years to learn this skill. If I can make it, you can make it. That's the whole deal. I want to be honest with you about something. There are a lot of incredible channels out there with trained chefs doing all kinds of amazing things that I would never be able to do. And I love watching those. But that's not what this is. This channel is specifically for people who will look at a recipe and go, that looks really hard. And I'm here to prove to you that it's not. Every single video that I make, I'm asking myself one question. Can a normal person make this on a Tuesday night? If the answer is no, we're not making it. If the answer is yes, let's get into it. Okay, so here we go. Making a smoothie is very, very easy, but there are some key things you should do to make it a really good smoothie. The key thing I would say is Greek yogurt. Not regular yogurt, not that thin, sugary, garbage yogurt, plain Greek yogurt. Trust me when I say use more of this than you think you should, because you want it to come out like it would be from Orange Julius or Booster Juice or one of those companies. This is the key right here. So, open her up. This one's nice because it's the 19 grams of protein in this one. Put in lots, more than you think you should. 2 big spoonfuls, just like that. Okay, so if you don't want to use yogurt and you still want to make your smoothie creamy, remember to use things like bananas, maybe half of an avocado. That will make things a lot more creamy and cut down the foam of your smoothie. If you've ever noticed that you put a lot of fresh fruit in and some ice and all that, comes out with a lot of foam on top, you can avoid all that with yogurt, bananas, avocados, things that don't have liquid in them. There's a key to making smoothies correctly, and it's just the order that you put things in. So you always start off with the soft things first, like yogurt. I'm also going to put in this banana. And again, put as much or as little of the banana in as you want. I also like to throw in a little slice of lemon because this keeps things much brighter and not just overly sweet. So chuck that in there, rind and all, no problem, you're not gonna taste it. Then we're gonna throw in a touch of maple syrup because I'm Canadian and this is what we use to sweeten things. That or you can use honey, it doesn't matter. Don't put in a ton, I put in maybe a tablespoon's worth. You can put in none if you don't want to. That's up to you. We're gonna put in some chia seeds because if you do wanna actually make things healthy, these are a good addition. So I'm gonna throw in a teaspoon or 2 of those. Don't worry about it being seeds or anything. It's all going to get blended up in there. You're not even going to notice that they're in there. And of course, we're using our frozen fruit. If you have fresh fruit, throw that in there and then just use ice. But if you have frozen fruit, you can just use frozen fruit and you don't need the ice. And you can see I'm not measuring anything here, right? Like I'm just tossing things in as I have them. Nothing is prepared ahead of time. You can do this easily. Nothing has to be pre-measured. Just chuck all the stuff in there. Now, the last but not least, we're going to throw in some liquid. You can use water. I'm just going to use some almond milk. You can use regular milk. They got that high protein milk you can use now. And what you want to make sure you do is you got to have enough liquid to at least cover all that frozen fruit, because the frozen fruit is very dense and it's going to end up making it more of an ice cream if you don't put enough liquid in there. We want smoothie, you need enough liquid. Okay, I think we're ready to blend it. Let's get moving. So now it's very simple. All we got to do is, my particular blender has a smoothie button on it, but if you don't have one of those, it's very simple. You just got to adjust this dial starting at number 1 and increase it all the way up to number 10. Pretty easy, and just let it run for a while. So I'm going to do that since you might not have this machine. You might have an older Vitamix, and that's totally fine. So we're going to start on number 1 here, turn it on, and we're going to increase it up to number 10. That wasn't even a minute long, and it's already finished. You can see by it bouncing around up in there in the container, that means it's blended and it's good to go. Now, what I want you to actually see here is, I want you to see how there's no foam in here. If you look at the top there, you see how there's no foam? It's mainly just bubbles, and it's nice and smooth. You don't see seeds or chunks or anything floating around in there. That's what you're looking for. Okay, it's pretty simple from here. You just gotta pour it in. It looks glorious, let me tell you. That yogurt, that's what does it for me. Oh, and maple syrup. It's always going to be a hit. But it's already 10 times better than any regular homemade smoothie you've ever had before. Yogurt is the key. Trust me on that. So if you did like what you saw here today, and you want to see more stuff like this, hit that subscribe button, comment down below and tell me exactly what kind of smoothies you like to make and what other kind of recipes you would hope to see me show you how to do. Cheers.